Hello everybody and welcome to my March wrap-up. I'm late again, I know. I'm so not good with this stuff. Well, anyways, in March I've read 13 books in total, which I'm not counting as 13 books really because there were some novellas in there, so it's not really 13 books, more like 10 or something like that, because yeah, I was in LA for the week, so yeah, I didn't read then, and I actually also didn't read on the plane because I was dead. Yeah. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the books that I've read in March. So the first books that I've read were Everything to Me Parts 1 to 4 by Teresa Hill, and I've got them for review from the New Adult Book Club on Goodreads, and yeah. Part 1 and 2, ooh, yeah, they so were my books. Like, I was so freaking annoyed with the main characters, I couldn't stand them, and the storyline was also like, meh. And like the second part was the worst one because it was basically totally unnecessary for the whole book. And yeah, so book 1 got 2.5 stars and book 2 got 2 stars, and yeah, part 3 was better, so it got 3 stars, and part 4 actually got really good and it got also 3 stars. Then next up I've read Down London Road by Samantha Young, the second book in the On Dublin Street series, which is a companion novel, and I absolutely loved it. It was amazing, and I love to see Johanna's story, even though sometimes I'm also a bit annoyed with her, and even with Cam, because Cam was sometimes an asshole, and oh my god, he is also called Cameron, aka Cam, like the Cam from Wait For You, and it was kind of hard for me to read because Cam from Wait For You is just like my book boyfriend, and yeah, it was a little bit hard. But anyways, otherwise that I was like a bit annoyed with the main characters. I really enjoyed it, so it got 5 out of 5 stars. Then I've read Him by Serena Bowen and Elle Kennedy, which is the first book in a duology, and it's actually male, and it's about hockey, and I love this book. It was so amazing. I mean, Elle Kennedy, her writing is epicness, and Serena Bowen is also so amazing. I love both of their alone written books, and together they're even funnier than alone, and it was just epicness, and I loved Wes and Jamie, and I can't wait to read the second book, which is now finally out and it's on my TBR, and yeah, it was amazing, and ice hockey, woo! And 5 out of 5 stars. Then the next book that I've read is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare, the first book in the Dark Artifice series, and yeah, I wasn't such a huge fan of this book. I mean, it is huge. We have 670 pages, which is super long for a first book in the series, and I still have to read the epilogue thing with Jason Clary because I've read the ebook and it wasn't in there. So now that I have the hardcover, I have to read that one definitely. And anyways, the book itself, there wasn't really that much storyline for 670 pages, and yeah, I'm not really a fan of Emma. I wasn't in City of Emily Fire, and I still don't really like her. She's okay with me, and Julian is also not really one of my favorite characters. All the characters in this book are more like meh, and yeah, like till 70% there wasn't really that much happening, and I didn't know where this book was going with the storyline, so it got 4 out of 5 stars. Then next up I've read Dirty Rowdy Thing by Christina Lauren, and I just so wish these books had different titles because I mean, it's embarrassing to say, yeah, I've read Dirty Rowdy Thing, like anyways, it's the second book in the Wild Seasons series, and I just loved it. I liked it way more than the first book, and it was pretty amazing. I liked the storyline a lot and it got 5 out of 5 stars. Then I've read Fechar by Kelly Hart, and this is the second book in the Blood and Roses series, and it was alright, just like the first one. Like, I don't really care that much about the characters and all that stuff, but the storyline is really interesting and I will read on, and it got 3 out of 5 stars. Then next up I've read Wallbanger by Alice Clayton, and again, ignore the title and the cover please, because I don't know why it's called like this and why we have such a cheesy, weirdish cover, because it is totally misleading. I wasn't expecting this book to be so amazing. It was super funny. I laughed my ass off and the characters were amazing. We had a solid storyline, which is unusual for these kind of books. So yeah, I was really surprised. And it got 4 out of 5 stars, and the 1 star had to go because Caroline talks to nerves, brain and whatever, and like she talks to, oh, and also heart, and she talks to them like they're real persons, her organs. Yes. And I mean, if it would happen like 2 times, okay, but it was constantly and I was so annoyed with it, and yeah, that's why I got 4 out of 5 stars. Then the next book that I've read is Before Jamaica Lane by Samantha Young, the 3rd book in the On Dublin Street series, and oh my goodness, I love this book. It was so amazing. I was such a fan of it and I loved the storyline, and her books are just epicness. Like, this series is so amazing, and yeah, it got 5 out of 5 stars. And then the last books that I've read were Everything to Me Part 5 and 6 that I again got for review, and yeah, I enjoyed it. Like, the last 2 parts were really good. I totally enjoyed it, and I didn't expect the book to get in that direction because I really enjoyed it in the end, and I was so sad that only the last 2 parts were like so good. And the characters finally got some sense knocked into them, and so they both got 4 out of 5 stars. And yes, that's already it with my books for March, and yeah, April is nearly over, and well, a book that I want to read for my TBR is Us, and yeah, I want to finish the On Dublin Street series this month, maybe, I don't know, because on the 20th I fly to Dublin for the Cassandra Clare signing, and way more importantly, to meet up with Gabby again. Finally, we last saw each other in July and we're finally meeting up again, and Colleen, and also G is coming and we're flying together, yes! And 2 of G's friends, and yeah, my squad. I will have my squad united in Dublin, and it will be epicness. So yeah, I don't know how much I will get done with reading then. Yeah, anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye!
We're 1,000 miles from comfort. We have traveled land and sea, but as long as you are with me, there's no place I'd rather be. I would wait forever. It's all too